Gas prices rising just about every day. Drivers continue to take a hit where it hurts, right in the wallet.
Yeah, but not everyone can afford to buy a more fuel-efficient car. So this morning, we've asked our Monday morning mechanic, David Rogers from Keller Brothers Auto Repair, to join us live with different ways we can improve our car's gas mileage. So you can actually do that, David?
Well, absolutely, Natalie. You better believe you can. And the biggest thing you want to be aware of right now is what you shouldn't be doing. I've heard all kinds of scams and tricks and things that people are selling. You know, one of them are these little pills. People have been contacting me trying to get me to push these on television and to tell all of you that if you put some pills in your gas tank, it's going to somehow change your fuel mileage. They've got stories that you wouldn't believe to tell you how it works. It's all, in my opinion, baloney. I've tested them, 2 different brands of them, on a dynamometer, which basically measures the car's performance, run full tanks of gas, both with and without the pills. No change at all. Don't trust that stuff. It's a terrible waste of money. Another thing not to do is to buy a product, these octane boosters, and it doesn't matter what brand. If it says it's an octane booster, notice it says improves gas mileage. Again, you know, this one, maximum performance, you know, maximizes gas mileage. Baloney. Okay, let me explain something to you. The only way that's going to work is if you have the wrong octane of gas in your car anyway. Raising the octane level is not going to improve fuel performance unless you're using the wrong stuff in the first place. Just buy the right gas and don't waste money on those expensive chemicals. At 10 bucks a bottle, you're going to be sorely upset when it doesn't help your gas mileage. The next thing I want to tell you, all the fluids in your car affect gas mileage, all of them. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about coolants or if we're talking about oil or power steering or you're talking about transmission fluid. All these things need to be in good shape because each one of them reduces the amount of friction, therefore reducing the resistance, therefore making it easier for the car to operate when the fluids are clean and clear. So when you're trying to save money right now and gas is so high, not doing your maintenance services is going to hurt you. You're going to lose that money in gas and you're going to end up replacing parts that you probably wouldn't have had to replace. A couple of really straightforward things. One, I was looking through my vehicle. Look what I found in the back. Yes, I use this in the winter if I get stuck. It's a big thing of cat litter. But you know what? This thing weighs 50 pounds. It's like having another person in the car almost, or at least a small one. So get that out of the car. That's not helping anybody. Another thing that we have here is a filthy oil filter, or air filter, I'm sorry. This is an air filter, and what happens is the car has to breathe. The engine has to breathe to run, and if you restrict the breathing of the car, you're going to cause yourself more gas. Now finally, I want to point something out here. Gasoline is pushed from the gas tank. This is like the rear of your car, in the rear of the vehicle where you fill the gas. This pump right here is down inside that tank, and it's pushing that fuel all the way forward, but it has to go through this inline filter. That's this. This little filter can only clean out so much before it gets so full that it won't do its job anymore and begins to cause resistance. Now again, you're not going to be able to get the gasoline to the motor quickly. You're burning a lot of unnecessary gas. Another thing to think about that most people don't think about when they think about gas mileage is your tires. Make sure they're inflated to the max. Okay, your ride will be a little bit tougher, but check that pressure on those tires every time you get gasoline at least. Check it cold and fill them cold, not after you've been running on the highway. Keep it to the max that's on the side here. It tells you how full to fill it, and keep it up to that maximum because then your tires are not going to slow you down and cost you gas money. Last thing I can tell you, I showed you the fuel filter. Replace that thing. I change mine every 6 months. It can only hold so much. Imagine trying to make coffee with the same filter over and over. Pretty soon it just flows over. In here, it can't flow over. So it causes back pressure, pushes against that fuel pump backwards, and then you're replacing this pump too. 700 bucks, 800 bucks for a fuel pump these days. I think it's probably worth changing that filter twice a year. What do you think?
You know, I had a friend who had a similar experience to you, only instead of getting rid of the kitty litter out of his car, he dumped the in-laws. So, you know, whatever it takes these days, I think is important.
I'm telling you, I think you could probably get a sign-up sheet for that at my shop.
Thank you, David.
Thanks a lot. Be safe.
I like my in-laws.
Yeah, no, that's fine.